Had they not released that young man, my grandchild would still be alive today.
Tonight, a grandmother of 33-year-old woman killed this summer is furious with the city of New Orleans, saying her granddaughter's suspected killer should have never been on the streets to begin with.
A new report from the city's health department shines a light on how often Gwen's Law is applied in domestic abuse cases.
Gwen's Law passed in 2017. It allows for persons suspected of domestic abuse, violation of protected orders, and stalking to be held without bail for a period of 5 days. David Jones joins us with more.
It was July 3rd, a Monday. 33-year-old John Shanae Powell, a mother of two, was gunned down on the corner of Rocheblave and New Orleans streets in the 7th Ward. At the vigil later that week, we learned Powell was in the middle of a domestic abuse case and had a protective order out when she was killed.
These kids, they'll never be the same. We'll never be the same.
Sylvia Holmes still talks about her first granddaughter, John Shanae Powell, in the present tense.
I know that it's going to be a while, but I don't think I will ever understand because it's senseless.
Around 10:30 the night of Monday, July 3rd, police responded to the corner of Rocheblave and New Orleans streets to find Powell suffering from 25 gunshot wounds. She died, leaving behind two young girls.
I admire her, the relationship she had with her kids. Her girl's birthday is this month. We take them to go and sit down and speak with psychologists once a week.
35-year-old Kelvin Atkins faces a second-degree murder charge for Powell's killing.
I don't know the young man, so I can't speak on his mental state, but I can speak on my mental state, what he has done to me. He has taken something precious, and she did not deserve this.
Atkins was rebooked September 29th, but his history at Criminal District Court goes back further. Powell had called cops on Atkins June 23rd, saying he slapped her, stomped on her, and stole her gun and phone. Atkins was already on probation at the time. A wanted bulletin was issued, but a warrant could not be obtained because the responding NOPD officer did not have Atkins' correct birthday and misspelled his name. Then, just 2 days before the shooting, Powell again reported Atkins for domestic abuse. A protective order was issued by the court, but Atkins will be released within 24 hours.
She reported it on the 1st. They let him out on the 2nd, and she was dead by the 3rd. There's no way he should have been released. No way. I'm getting upset, excuse me.
Powell's case is one of many the city's health department says it analyzed to create a new report on the usage of Gwen's Law in Orleans criminal court. Gwen's Law is designed for domestic abuse survivors and allows for the district attorney or the court to request a hearing before bail is set. At the hearing, a judge or magistrate can review the evidence and determine if the defendant should not be given bail. It also allows for a defendant to be temporarily held without bond for a max of 5 days.
It's to cool down. It's to let the victim get away and get to a secure place.
From December 23rd, 2022 to August 22nd, 2023, the health department notes only 12.6% of eligible cases in Orleans saw the application of Gwen's Law. The report compares that number to Jefferson Parish, which during the same time period held nearly 1,200 Gwen's Law hearings, or more than 97% of eligible cases. Orleans District Attorney Jason Williams defended his office Thursday, hitting back against the magistrate judges.
When we request them, and the DA's office requests them a lot, we need the judges to respect the power, purpose, and reason of Gwen's Law hearings.
The court's response was a heated rejection of the report, saying the court is astonished the city's Department of Health would publish it without communicating with the court. The response rejects the comparison to Jefferson Parish, saying Orleans is unique, requiring prosecution and defense be present for first appearances. Whereas in Jefferson Parish, the court notes commissioners make a determination of probable cause and set Gwen's Law hearings without prosecutors and defense attorneys being present. In a statement, a spokesperson says, in part, it is our experience that the DA's office routinely offers no additional information other than what was previously presented at the first appearance hearing. In fact, if the hearing was ordered by the court, the DA's office typically indicates that they do not have any additional information, nor do they have victim statements at the Gwen's Law hearing.
We hope to get Magistrate Lombard to realize that just because Orleans Parish is a little bit unique, there's nothing wrong with doing it the way that it happens in the rest of the state.
The law was very well intended. I think it can be a difficult thing for people in New Orleans, but again, if you don't have the system set up right, it can be an abuse and bad things can happen by the exercise of that law.
Meanwhile, Sylvia Holmes says she'll continue taking care of her late granddaughter's children, along with other family members, until her last breath.
The police department, the sheriff department, the DA, and the judge. It was 4 different entities that should have said, something is wrong here.
The court also pointed in its response to the report to statistics showing a 75% refusal rate of domestic violence cases by Williams' office from January 1st through June 5th of this year. Important to note, in Powell's case, Atkins was being held since July for a parole violation. Again, it wasn't until late September he was rebooked for the second-degree murder charge. Lee?